Hey, what's going on everyone, and welcome to Backwoods Escape, where we test outdoor gear that you can consider to use on your next outdoor adventure. So in this week's video, I'm talking about something that I actually don't use in my outdoor and backcountry adventures, but it is something that I use in between my adventures. So a couple weeks back, I actually did a video on one of the things I do to stay in shape in between, going on trips. And I mentioned that I do a lot of running, so I reviewed the trail runners that I use. If you're interested in checking out that video, you can look at it right here. But there also is something else that I do in between my outdoor adventures, and that is rucking. So if you're not familiar with what rucking is, literally it is just walking with weight, right? So you have a backpack, you can use any backpack theoretically and just stuff it with a bunch of weight and then go anywhere, whether it's just a walk around your neighborhood while you're walking your dog or up a mountain, whatever it might be. That is considered to be rucking, when you're intentionally adding weight onto your back. There's a couple ways you can do that. You can just use your own backpack and stuff a bunch of stuff in there, but there also are some easier ways, faster, more streamlined ways. So that's actually what I'm reviewing today. This is the Ruck pack from the company GoRuck. It looks like your standard backpack, but the difference is if I open this up, you'll see right here that there are two pockets where you can put in some weights. So right now, at the very top, you can see here this metal piece. That's a 45-pound weight that is in there. And then in front of that pot here, there's another pocket where you can put an additional weight, which would be the 35-pound weight that you see here. So you can do either just 45 pounds, just 35 pounds, or you can put them together to do a total of 80 pounds inside of your pack. And the reason I ended up getting this, even though I could just stuff my own regular backpack with a bunch of stuff, is that it's just easier, right? I don't have to step on my scale and wonder how much my pack weighs. I know if I have this one plate in here, it's 45 pounds. If I have this plate right here, it's 35 pounds. And if I combine both, it's 80 pounds, right? So very quick. Whereas if I was just using my regular pack, I would have to find a bunch of household items and figure out the weights and step on a scale and all that kind of stuff. So that's why I ended up getting this, because I did want that streamlined process to go rucking. The rucking I've been doing, it's a little bit of a mix. Sometimes I will go on a hiking trail, a steep one, so I can kind of mimic going up a mountain. Sometimes I'll just wear it while I'm walking my dog in the neighborhood, or when there's inclement weather. Lately here where I live, there's been a lot of rain lately, so I'll just take this to the gym and I'll hop on the treadmill. I'll put the treadmill on a steep incline and I'll go about it that way. I'm probably also gonna do that in the summertime when it hits 100 degrees every single day where I live. It's very versatile. You can, walk 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, 45 minutes, an hour. You kind of build your way up if you are new to rucking. And the other cool benefit of this is that you can also just use this as a regular backpack. You can take the weight out right here. There are additional pockets throughout the pack. Let me turn this around here. A little bit hard to turn around when there's a 45-pound weight inside, but there are zippers and pockets right here on the inside that you can just put your wallet, your keys, and stuff like that. So if you also are just in need of a regular backpack, that is an additional benefit. The other benefit though of using a pack like this over just a random backpack is that if your pack isn't specifically designed to carry heavy weight, it's probably going to wear and tear over time. So this one obviously is designed to hold a lot of weight, so it's made of really strong material that isn't going to break on you. When you put this on, it is going to feel a little bit different from your standard backpack in the sense that it sits a lot higher, and that's intentional because your normal backpack that sits lower on your back, that's gonna cause a lot of strain on your back and you could get injured that way. So this one actually sits very high, and that's intentional just to protect your back. Now, one big difference between this type of pack and one that you might use on a backpacking trip or a hunting trip, whatever it is, those types of packs that you take with you, where you're stuffing all your gear, your food for however long, those typically come with a belt, and that belt, it goes around your hip, and then that helps put most of the weight on your hip as opposed to your shoulders. This one does not have that. So this is all of the weight here is going to be on your shoulders. So it will feel very different in that sense, but it also gives it an additional challenge. It's gonna work out your shoulders, it's gonna work out your back muscles, which you're gonna end up using anyway. So there are some benefits to having it set up that way. So I've been really enjoying this. It just gives me another way of exercising. I like that you can get multiple weights, 45 pounds, 35 pounds, or combine both of them together. So wherever you're at, there's a level that you can begin with. So that is the breakdown of the Rucker pack from GoRuck. I will have the link for this in the description below. And if there's any other pieces of gear that you would like for me to test out, just let me know. I'll give it a whirl and I'll give you my honest thoughts. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you next time.